Hi everybody, this is Abigail Joy with I Am Marketing. I have Honorable Wayne Caines here. He's the Minister of National Security for the government of Bermuda. So what got you interested in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space?
So Bermuda is a very small island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And so we've always had to evolve and we've always had to innovate. And so over the last 200 years, we've specialized in innovation, whether it's from sailing to farming and then to tourism. This is a natural evolution because for the last 60 years, Bermuda specialized in the financial services. So we are a financial center in the middle of the Atlantic. The fintech evolution was a sweet spot for Bermuda because we are a center for innovation and we are very good with reference to the financial services. So this was a natural nexus and a good fit.
I agree, yeah, and all those things that you mentioned you could use for the blockchain, so
Absolutely.
definitely works well. And then what kind of projects are you currently working on or involved in?
So Bermuda is specializing in a few things that we believe that would differentiate us from other countries in the world. The first thing is our regulation. So we said, listen, what can we do to stand out? And we believe is that this is a nascent space and there are a number of companies and countries that are just emerging. And we believed when we spoke to a lot of companies, they were looking for regulatory certainty. And so we passed 3 key pieces of legislation. Number 1 is ICO legislation. Good. Number 2 is legislation surrounding the digital asset space, so cryptocurrency legislation governing exchanges and token offerings. And the third was banking legislation. We've made an amendment to our Banking Act that allows for people that want to set up crypto or digital asset bank accounts. They can do so in Bermuda. The banking space is still a moving target, and our plan is to have a full banking partner with a corresponding bank in the not too distant future. Again, we want to make sure that Bermuda sets the highest standards of KYC and AML, and we want Bermuda, that to be our mantra, the Bermuda standard. So when anyone in the world wants to come and they say, listen, where's a jurisdiction that is top tier, that is transparent, that my money can be safe, that has the best reputation, we want them to consider Bermuda.
Right, you guys are doing it the correct way, and a lot of ICOs are very risky, so that's good that you guys covered ICOs because I know a lot of people are getting scammed and it's just not going well right now. So what kind of protection do you offer people?
The very nature of how we set this thing up is with that in mind.
Right.
And so outside of making sure people don't lose money, we wanted to protect our reputation. Our country is known for being a behemoths in the financial services. So we wanted to make sure, number 1, that we protected our reputation. So the ICO legislation, it actually puts in place a very high standard of KYC and AML. The process for being vetted is quite intense. We have something called a FinTech Advisory Committee that vets the white paper. There are specific standards that are settled in the white paper for acknowledging where the funds are coming from, what the team looks like. And so when you look at our white paper, which is on fintech.bm, it will set out the key pieces that a person will need to set up an ICO in Bermuda. So we believe there is a complement with the KYC requirements and with the white paper that will make sure that we actually get that large number of people that submit papers, white papers, honed into only the best and the appropriate ICOs that are fit for purpose to indeed launch their ICOs in Bermuda.
Wow, that's really impressive. And then what is the overall feeling do you think that Bermuda has right now towards cryptocurrencies? Are they accepting or are they kind of, iffy? Do they want cryptocurrencies to thrive?
Let me tell you a quick story. So I told my mom I was coming to a conference in London for the blockchain. I was going to Canada 2 weeks ago for a conference that was around a fintech conference. And when I came back, she said, son, how was your Fitbit conference? Right? So there are two.
Oh my God, that's cute.
There are 2 types of people in the world. There are people that get it. They're blockchain enthusiasts, and then there are the Fitbit people like my mom, right? And so, what our responsibility is where there is a natural reticence, a natural people that are natural skeptical about the market, is for the education phase. For us to share what this is about, having them meet key people in the space, and show that we have done the necessary due diligence to protect our infrastructure and to protect our country's reputation.
Right.
For the people that are in the space that know much about it, they are like, listen, we believe we're going in the right direction. Just make sure that you have the necessary parameters in place, again, to protect our reputation.
I agree, yeah. Sometimes I talk to people about Bitcoin and they're like, oh, isn't that just used on the black market? So, there's kind of some things that people are skeptical about. It's just that they don't understand. So I think education is great. It's really amazing. And then what makes Bermuda specifically a great hub for cryptocurrency enterprise?
We believe that Bermuda is doing things that are being done elsewhere, but we believe that we're going to set a standard, and
Right.
we're going to dub it the Bermuda standard.
Yeah, I like that.
We're going to highlight the best in KYC, know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering practices, and we're going to make sure that companies that come into Bermuda, they're vetted. We create an ecosystem from the Bermuda Monetary Authority, which is our regulator, to the registrar of companies, and we create a reservoir or a biosphere that is not only crypto friendly, but they understand what we're doing, and they put in mechanisms in place to give opportunity for these spaces to flourish. We've created an environment where we see a number of startups coming to Bermuda. Why are they coming to Bermuda? Because not only is the environment there with reference to the law, the environment, you have a government, our premier, which is our leader, he's 38 years old, and he's a technology, he's a master's in IT. And so you're dealing with a country that actually understands technology. It is very avant-garde, and so we're attracting like-minded people. Bermuda, we found, is a place for synergy. We see a number of companies coming to Bermuda not only to set up, but to bring other parts of their entities, to do incubators, to do research, to do development. We just don't want to do cryptocurrency exchanges. We want to do med tech. We have a couple of med tech companies coming to Bermuda set up. We want to do education pieces where people can not only come to Bermuda to benefit from it, but we want the average Bermudian to see the opportunities that are in this space. And so what I like about the blockchain space, it is where people are passionate about changing the world, changing the environment, giving people in the developing world opportunities to have access to banking, giving people in the developing world opportunities to have access to goods and services. And so when Bermuda stands back, we have the benefit of not only understanding the financial market, but the social sides, the benefit to humanity, and making everyone's lives better. The phrase is, a high tide raises all boats. And we believe as we make this space better, as we make the KYC and the AML strong, we believe that not only we would attract like-minded companies, but people will see the Bermuda model and want to emulate it.
Wow, that's very impressive. Everyone, cryptocurrency in Bermuda. And where's a website that everyone can check out to learn more?
www.fintech.bm.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
interviewing
having
with me, Wayne.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, guys.